Hi guys, so I'm going to share with you today how I do printmaking with kids in elementary, and it's super simple. You are going to definitely need to collect magazines from parents maybe weeks in advance so you have enough. You will need at least 2 magazines per child, so definitely collect a lot of magazines. You will be throwing them away afterwards. They will not be used for anything else. You will also need to collect some large t-shirts and teach your students to be able to put them on and off if they're very little. I'm going to be doing this lesson with kindergartners, so just know that this lesson specifically is geared towards kindergartners, but it can be used all the way up to 5th grade. All right, enjoy. Hi guys, this is Miss Cotellis. So today we are going to make prints, and this is my stamp, and I made sure to make all my lines wide. And if they're not wide, you're going to get a pen and you're going to make the lines wider. You see that one is a thin line, you're going to make it wider. Make sure all your lines are wider, because then your stamp will have very clear lines that you made. There we go. Okay, we're ready to go. Now this is ink, is block printing ink. We are going to put some ink in this thing called the tray. It's like a clear tray. We're going to put just a little bit, and we're going to get the brayer, and this is what the brayer looks like. We are going to spread the ink on the brayer by going left, right, up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right, up, down. And you're going to check your brayer, and you'll see that the whole brayer is covered in that same color. And you always do this before you print. Up, down, side to side. Up, down, side to side. Okay. Now, we are going to need a magazine. Here is a magazine that you don't need anymore. So I have an old magazine. I'm going to go to a blank page, and I'm going to spread the ink, and notice that there's some ink on the sides. That's okay. Go. We're going to put the brayer back in the tray, not on the table, on the tray, and we're going to lift up this stamp very gently, and we're going to move it to a clean page. Okay, clean page. And either you're wearing a smock or you have a rag nearby to dry your hands, because you might have a little wetness on it. It doesn't have to be free of ink or clean of ink, but it does have to be dry. Okay, now we're going to get a clean piece of paper, just one, and you're going to lay it on top, and you're going to use this part of your hand, the palm, to rub the paper. Some kids, if you notice kids going like this, no, not correct. You rub this side. Excellent. And here is our print. And notice this part over here is a little lighter, and that means that I didn't put enough ink over here. And you see now why it's important that the lines that I made are wide. Then your lines are nice and clear. All right. And again, over here, obviously I didn't put enough ink. So now I know, so when I do it again, I will be able to do a better job. Now, I'm going to put this, this is called a print. Let me pull my phone out of the holder. I'm going to put my print in the drying rack. There you go. And now I'm ready to start a new print. Ready? I'm going to set myself up again. There we go. All right, you can leave this right here, and you can spread the ink. Remember, side to side, up and down, side to side, up and down, side to side. Your brayer is ready. I'm gonna spread the ink, and look, it doesn't matter that it goes over because this page is, that's what its job is. And remember, there was a part that didn't have enough, so maybe refill your ink and make sure that it looks even. Now, do you remember the next part? Yes, we're going to lift it up gently and find a new page, because if we just put a paper on top of this, all of this area will also pop into our print. We don't want that. Get a new page. And then what do you remember? What do we do now? Our fingers are wet. Yes, we wipe it on either our smock or the t-shirt or the napkin that you have nearby. Make sure your fingers are dry. Now you can grab the clean piece of paper and gently lay it on top, and you're going to use this part of your hand to rub the paper everywhere evenly. Okay, ready? And now we're going to pull a print, and this was much better. Excellent. And then where does this go? Do you remember? Yes, I'm going to put it in the drying rack. I'll be right back. Great. So we are ready to start doing this one after another. So for this class, all you're going to do is pull prints and put them in. So now we're ready to get started. If you need more ink in your tray, you're going to raise your hand and ask your teacher to add more ink in your tray. And if your hands are dirty, make sure that they are far, far away from the clean paper. I'm going to move this clean paper out of the way, and I'm going to wipe my hands. And you remember how to spread the ink on the brayer? Yes. Up, down, side to side. Up, down, side to side. Up, down, side to side. That makes sure that it's a nice even coat. And we're going to go over it and notice the difference where there is ink and where there isn't. Okay, make sure all of it, even go over the edges so that even the edges get the ink nice and even. I'm going to refill. Do it one more time. Excellent. Now, we're going to pick this up gently. Move this here. Excellent. Wipe our hands. Put this on top. And then what do we do? Yes, we rub the paper. You might want to do this while standing. That way you have more weight onto the print. And we pull the print. This one's a little darker. That's okay. And when it's a little dark like this, it pretty much means there's way too much ink. And our image was lost a little bit. But it's still a good print. I'm going to put it in the, do you remember where? Yes, in the drying rack. Now, I'm going to show you when you put things in the drying rack, you're going to make sure to put them beside each other. Beside each other. If you put these on top of one another, the ink acts like a glue and they will glue together. So you need to let them dry beside each other. So for cleanup, I will need lots of rags. I have these ordered. They're like not dish rags. They're bath rags. They're small little squares, and they're not cotton. I think they're nylon, or some non-cotton cloth is probably better because they dry really well. And this is a really good way to dry them. So you just have them, squeeze them out and put them here. Anyway, so when it's time to clean up, the kids just get a squeezed out rag And I do have a bucket. There's something else right now, but usually I'll have a bucket, fill it up with water, and then that way you just grab the rags, squeeze them out. And notice how quickly and easily this ink is cleaned, and they can use that same rag to clean their hands, and that way you don't have to have them get up from their tables. Now, I personally use exam gloves, or these are really good to protect your hands, especially if your hands are in the water most of the time. It protects your hands from getting ruined. If you're doing printmaking a lot, your hands are in the water quite a bit. So definitely buy these. I have a lot here. Okay, now this part is meant to be played during class time. You can share it as a demonstration, but I made it so it's very long and that you can play the process over and over again on the smartboard while the kids are printing. So in case they forget anything, they can just look up, and the entire process is repeated many times over, so that all you have to do is walk around and fill in those ink containers. Thank you.